What's up, guys? It's Jimbo, and we have our next Diablo 4 video on the way here. This one is really going to be important if you plan on playing in both betas. And what that is going to be collecting all of the Lilith altars. So we're going to go through in this video today, and we're going to look at where all of the altars are for you to collect. If you take a look at what we have here, we have 28 out of 28 collected. You can see that in the top up here. And why this is going to be important is because this betas is going to carry over into the next beta. Right, so next week, or next weekend rather, we're going to have another beta, and it's going to be an open beta. And in this one, we're going to have access to the Necromancer and the Druid, and all of your progress from this beta will carry over onto that one. Now, the beta information in general will not carry over into the actual release of the game, so it's not relevant for that, but you will want to have a nice little head start with the beta next weekend, trying out the Druid and the Necromancer, and having all of these altars collected is going to be a good way to do that. It gives you skill points, it gives you stats, it gives you just all these nice quality of life features that's going to make your leveling experience and gearing up going to be just that much easier on the new characters next weekend, or maybe even you're still trying to level up characters now this weekend. Let's get in and let's see where all of these things are. So if we start out in this first area down here, there are plenty of maps around. You can find them on Reddit and other YouTube videos and such. Most of them seem to go in mostly the same order. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to follow the order that at least most people are doing these. That way, is if you do lose out on one, you can figure out which one it is and be able to track it down easily. Now, they do show up on your map here, as you can see, as you collect them, so you will be able to track them that way also. So we're going to be starting out in the bottom left-hand corner of Nevesk here, and these are going to be the first three that we're going to be going for. Now, this will probably be a lot easier once the real game is out, as you will be able to actually have mounts and such, which we do not have here. I did take some movement speed modifiers on my skills here with the Rogue. The Rogue was my favorite class that I had found in the beta so far. To be completely honest, the Barb, Rogue, and the Sorcerer were not really my cup of tea, so what I'm really looking forward to is next weekend, as those are both the classes that I was looking forward to play. So we're over here in Brinewood, and you're going to see it's not lit up for me because I already have it. We'll zoom in here, and you can see tucked back in the corner here is going to be the statue. It'll be glowing red for you. All you have to do is click it and move on. So that's going to be number 1. Then we're going to move down to number 2, which we technically did pass up to get here, but for good reason, because it keeps us going in a certain direction the whole time. While you're doing this, I wouldn't really recommend killing anything. Like, our objective here is going to be just to get these things done. Now, obviously, if there are enemies and they're in the way, you probably should take care of them. You don't want to die while you're doing this. So we're going to come around this corner here. It looks like I have to kill these guys. Not a problem. We're playing Twisted Blades here on the Rogue, so what that does here, I'll show you. You jab your daggers in the enemy, and then they come back to you like that. So we're going to zoom in here, and you can see in this little nook and cranny, we have altar number 2. There's that. And then we're just going to keep running on our path over here. We could probably save a little bit of time by teleporting back to this waypoint. That probably depends on your computer, whether you can get through that load screen fast or not. Since we do have the movement speed modifiers, we will just continue to run it here for me. Let's go up so we don't have to take the little jump there. So still in the Nevesk area here, we're going to get the third one. This one is in plain sight. Most people probably already have this one. This is kind of just a gimme. So we're going to continue on our path here, and we're going to go on number 4. This one is a bit of a jump. You can just follow the road here. Make sure we put our shrouds on there. They give us a movement speed modifier for each of our protective shrouds that we have around us. And we're just taking a stroll, right? I mean, just a nice little stroll through Sanctuary, checking out the sights. Nothing deadly happening here, nothing to be worried about. What could possibly go wrong? It's just a big giant with a spider on his back. We see that every day, right? We're going to follow our path straight up here. If I have to attack these guys, I will, but I don't think they should unleash here probably shortly. Yep, there we go. They're unleashing there. And we're just following this right side up. Ooh, we do have a shrine here. Let's see what it is. Oh, and the chest, huh? We will take advantage of the shrine. We're actually going to detour here, guys. You guys get a little bit of extra content here. We are going to open up the chest. I don't have a key for it currently, so let's teleport back to Govashad and you get a little extra bonus here. If you don't know how to open these chests, well, you're going to learn now, I guess. You need a special key to open up these chests, and you get that from this gambling vendor down here. If you played Diablo 3, you're very familiar with who this vendor is. They operate just like Kadala did in Diablo 3. They just use a different currency now. And they do sell these keys. There we go. Lizveth. If we scroll down to the bottom here, we have the Whispering Key. Boom. We'll take one of those. Maybe we'll grab another one just in case. Just in case we find another chest in our journeys here today. Let's go back to our waypoint and see what kind of garbo we're going to get out of this chest. I don't think I've ever actually gotten anything good out of these chests before. Drum roll, please. And those screenshots sure do look good, don't they? Alright, what are we going to get? Zod rune. Alright, we'll just pretend like that didn't happen. And we're going to look back in this little corner over here. I'll zoom in. Boom. There is the statue of Lilith there for you. So that is number 4. And for number 5, we have to jump down this cliff here. So for number 5, you see we're going to be just keep moving up to the north here. Staying in this pattern. Again, you can see how here it would be easier if we did have mounts, but unfortunately, that's just not a thing that we have in the beta. I understand why, but I do wish we could have had them. And we're going to make a cut to the left here. These guys just don't want to leave me alone. What did I do to them? I mean, honestly. Get a little teleport action going on. There we go. We got Barb of War here. He's going to take care of these mobs for us. We don't have to worry about them. We're going to tuck up here. Oh, look at that. There actually is another chest. Not scripted, guys. Buying that second key, not scripted. Here is the Lilith altar. It is lit up as if I don't have it, but obviously I do. You can see it is claimed on my map. This is clearly just some sort of bug. I don't know. Let's open up this chest. Swift Wind. Minus 23. It's not green arrow up, so it really doesn't matter. So now with this one, I actually like to teleport over to this other waypoint. You might not have this waypoint yet. It requires you to clear out this stronghold, which I've done. If you've completed the campaign and you're level 25, I mean, you should have these strongholds done here. If you don't have the stronghold, you will have to run all the way over on the map. I'll show you the path here real quick. So the one that we just got was this one right here, right? So you see you will have to run up, 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 hang a left, and down, 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 down to get here. I think this is a bit faster of a path here personally, so I do like to use this teleport option personally. But I do recognize that not everybody might have that done yet. So put our shrouds on if we have our nice little movement speed, and let's just get going. The reason why I want to do this as a video instead of just, posting up a map saying, hey, this is, this is where they are, is because some of them can actually be kind of hard to see. They're tucked back in little corners, or they're hidden behind rocks, or you maybe need to kill some certain enemies. They're not always in plain sight. We got a little bit of a fight on our hands here, actually. Nothing a little shadow power can't fix, right? Wait till we get our shadow power back. Little corpse explosion. If you've ever played an ARPG, you should know any ability that says it explodes corpses is insanely strong. It's just always the case. So you can see this one, luckily it still has the red glow, but you can see how this one would be hard to see if you're not out here particularly looking for it. It's hidden in this little tree bush here down here. There it is. That's probably the best way to be able to see it down there. And then we actually teleport back for number 7. This one is actually inside of the stronghold. So this could be you don't need to complete the stronghold to get it, I don't believe, but you will need to go into the stronghold and kind of just bob and weave your way through. This one's actually inside of this house here, and you can see behind here you have to duck, and the statue is right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There will be a bunch of monsters in this house when you try to do it, if you have not cleared the stronghold yet. So you do want to be aware of that. And for this one, this next one, we do want to teleport up to Kyovashad. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this Menestad? Sorry. They all these towns, they look the same. What can I say? We travel up to this northwestern waypoint that we have here, and our next set that we're going to be grabbing is going to be 8, 9, and 10, and then 11. And you can see we kind of just keep following this path around. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's going to be our path. So let's get on out of town here so we can get our speed buffs. There we go. And we'll head on down. So all we have to do for this one is just follow the street. It's right on the street here, and it's going to be tucked off to the side here a little bit. Again, a little hard to see, but it is here. That guy thought he was going to do something. What a little weirdo. But you can see how they do get tucked off into the edges there. If you're not looking for them specifically, it can definitely be a struggle to see them. You'll also notice a pattern if you're looking at the map while we're doing this. You'll notice a pattern that they're always tucked off of the little roadway or whatever, wherever it is. It's always in this little off area. So you see here on the map, see how it's tucked. It's like off the main road, and they have a little cutout for it. So once you get the hang of that, you'll be able to actually spot them while you're running around. This one is inside of the house here. Looks like these guys wanted to let me out, so we'll just take care of them and open this chest. Whole bunch of nothing. There we go. So inside the house, we take care of that one, and now we're going to be heading up directly north. There is an event up here. I don't think I want to bother with that. I was running around just doing a bunch of events earlier today, trying to just farm out legendaries. There is a as Asmongold would say, exploit early, exploit often. Exploit where it's not okay. I won't call it an exploit. There is a way that is well within the limits of the game. You're not breaking anything to do it, to farm a particular level 35 mob, get a whole bunch of legendaries. Personally, I don't really think it's worth it, but the option is there. You can look up videos on how to do that. And this one is kind of hiding in plain sight. There it is. It'll be glowing red again for you if you haven't gotten it yet, so it'll be very easy to see there. And we're just going to keep following our path around here. Wolf took away 3% of my movement speed. Rude. Another event here we're going to have to run through. I get 3% movement speed for each of the little orbs circling me there, along with damage reductions, so try to keep that buff up the best I can. Wow, this guy just will not unleash, huh? Okay. Listen, I remember I said I don't want to really attack these guys, and they're the ones doing it. They're the ones doing it, not me. So up here, we have tucked back right behind this little tree here is our next statue there. And then we're going to keep on moving this one over here. You also pass by a lot of the dungeons while you're taking this route. So if there's any dungeons that you haven't found yet, they should become identified on your map too. I believe this one you got to duck under here, climb up here. Yeah, and then it's over here. There it is. This one's kind of facing like towards you. You can only see the back of it with the camera angle, so it's kind of hard to, not hard to see, but you might not notice it because it's a little bit different from all the other ones. See if I can make, see if I can make it out of here without being aggroed again. Hello guys, I'm just going to pass through. Thank you. I know you guys are only about knee high, but for some reason you just can't go under that. I won't ask. That's that's between you guys and your demon lord. A level 30 area going through here. So even if you are level 25, you're playing on hardcore, probably want to be a little bit careful. It is easy to get ganked sometimes. So also, I don't know if you guys have had this, but I was just AFK kind of hanging out in the open world here. And, I was looking at my skills, trying to look at that. That's exactly what happened. The story I was about to tell. There was a person running through here, and they had a bunch of enemies leashed to them. And what happened was they unleashed, and then, or I don't even know if they unleashed, but for whatever reason, he ran right over top of me, and the enemies just all attacked me instead of continuing to follow him. So I ended up dying. Now, granted, I'm not playing hardcore, luckily, in this beta. Normally, we do play hardcore for, all these ARPG games, but for a beta, I don't really want to get held up. I don't want to have to restart for, something really stupid. We just want to be able to explore and figure out all these little things in the game unhindered. When the game actually launches, we probably will be playing on hardcore, though. All right, so our next one is down here, and you can see for some reason it's bugged. You know what I think it is, if I have to take an educated guess here, an uneducated guess here? My guess is probably that if there's somebody else in the area who has not completed the altar, it'll stay lit up, even if you've already done it. That's just, that's my guess. All right, so you can see the next one is going to be pretty obvious here. We're going to be moving on over. We have... I'm curious. I don't really remember if I took the waypoint for the next one or not. I don't think I did. I think it's a couple more till we have to waypoint. So we go over here. This is number 14. And then we come down to number 15. And then we waypoint. I'm pretty positive. I'm trying to just recall what path I took when I did these originally. Well, let's make sure we have our speed buff up here. The Deep White, level 25. Overall, I've enjoyed the beta. I think it's been a pretty positive experience overall. I'm normally pretty critical, but I think all for all, I've enjoyed my time here in the beta. So you can see the Lilith statue almost falling off the edge here. It does kind of blend in. You can see they tried to hide this one with the color of the mountain, so you wouldn't really notice, but it is right there. All right, so we're going to head straight down for this one. And a little bit of a trek here, but not bad. I will say the one thing that I really did not enjoy about this is the added MMO aspect in terms of how the enemies scale with your level the entire time. Which is one thing that and this doesn't go for just Diablo or just ARPGs or anything like that. It goes for any game I like to play. It feels good when you go into an area and the enemies are too strong, and you're like, oh, crap, I have to go level up, right? You go get more gear, kill more enemies, get different skills, and then you come back and you're able to beat those enemies. That's a good feeling. You feel like you accomplished something. In this little MMO aspect that they have going here, where enemies are always scaling with your level no matter what, if I come into this area when I'm level 5, the enemies will be level 5. If I come in here at level 25, the enemies are going to be level 25, you know? So you never really feel like your character is getting stronger. It always feels the same, which is kind of a bummer. Here's the next statue here, guys. We got that one. And then for this one is where we will end up waypointing, because this is number 15. The waypoint is right here, Bear Tribe Refuge. And what we're trying to get to is way up here, number 16. So we're going to hit this teleport here. Now, this is another waypoint that you might not have. It's not required to go here for the story or anything like that. So if you haven't been doing side quests or, you know, just exploring, this might be a waypoint that you have not picked up yet. But I definitely recommend doing so, because as you can see, it's the only waypoint up in this area of the map. So very, very helpful. Get our buff on. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Oh, goodness. What is that? I will say I have not, except for day 1, I have not really experienced much lag at all in this beta, which is nice. Oh, what is that? What is this glowy here? I actually don't know what this is. Well, we're going to... That was like a different symbol than I've seen before. I guess we're going to kill these guys. In this bubble, I can't be... No, you can't get any damage dealt to you in this bubble, so... You see, I didn't, like, move out of the way of that explosion. That's because I don't really have to worry about it while I'm inside of that bubble. But it does have a really long cooldown, so... Oh, another one of those silent chests. I'm not going back to town to get a key, another key for that. I think we'll just be quite alright. Especially considering the first 2 we opened didn't have anything in them. Okay, so we killed all the mobs. We didn't get anything for it, though. Well, I guess it's all about the friends we made along the way. Anyways, we'll continue up straight here, and you'll see we have this wonderful altar right here. Number 17 is a bit of a trek. I don't know if there's really a difference between teleporting back here or just making the run for it. I think teleporting back is technically a little bit safer, as you have to encounter slightly less mobs this way. But I don't think it really matters. Alright, so we're going to go straight all the way over. Oop, get out of the way of these guys here. We're going all the way over to the east side here. Oh, I don't want to fight these guys. You will see that we are passing up another altar to do this, but that is because... we do have to come back this way once we're done anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. If you didn't do the waypoint option, like we just did, teleporting back and then making the run all the way to the west, you would just run down this entire coastline here. That was a little risky. Run down the coastline, and you can't miss it. I know there's a lot of mobs though if you do it that way. Ooh, we got a shrine here, Greed Shrine, huh? You know, one thing I haven't found that they said they had in a dev interview was... Oh, Nightmare Revenant. Maybe I just jinxed myself. I was going to say, I haven't got a Cursed Shrine yet. Is that what the Cursed Shrine is? Nightmare Revenant. Pick up 1,500 gold within 30 seconds. Let's go. Deep pockets. We're rich, boys. There we go. So we go down on this ledge here. You can see we have... another altar. We've already talked about where the next ones are, so we're just going to start heading in that direction. It is kind of cool seeing random people out in the world here, you know, just doing their quests and such. Now, I did have one interaction earlier in the beta where I was hanging out in an area and I had a side quest going in that area, or an activity, whatever they call it, and I didn't complete it, but some random person ran in and they did it, and then I got the completion for it, which felt kind of hollow, you know? Because they weren't a part of my team or anything. They were just some random person who completed the quest. Let's get rid of these big bad bears here. And you can see where this is here. This one's a little confusing because it looks like you wouldn't be able to get it from this side, but you can. You just click it from right where we're standing here, and you will be able to pick up that altar there. All right, number 19 is going to be all the way across here. So we are actually going to teleport back here again. You see how important this bear tribe refuge is here? This time, instead of going down and to the right, we're going to go down and to the left. Hopefully you guys like my Big Bird transmog. Big fan of Sesame Street. Ooh. A little bit of lag running out of this town again. Maybe it has something to do with the bear refuge. Alright, we got our buff up. And we're going to be just cutting over to this shrine over here. What was that? You just see that? This is that big old like ice projectile just going across the screen there. One thing I missed that you do have typically in almost every ARPG I've ever played is the map overlay over your screen. So this is... I can't really think of many other ARPGs that don't have that by default. You know, normally it's your mini-map up in the corner, or you can have the overlay, you know, over your character, on the screen right here. This game doesn't have that. You just have the full map. There we go. So you can see it tucked up here is the next shrine. And now we're going to have a big clump of them that are all kind of close together, which is nice. We're going to be heading directly to the south of here. A lot of enemies, a lot of enemies. Perfect. All right, so straight south here. This guy should have unleashed from us soon. There he goes. It's actually, I believe, to the side. Yep. Get rid of these suckers. There we go. All right, so we have this guy right here. This is number 20. Number 21, we're going to want to hang a right and follow the river down. There we go. Cross the river to Grandma's house we go. And we follow the coastline down here. We're going to need to jump down this cliff. Circle around. And there we go. Tucked back here in the woods. Back up our cliff, and we're going to head just a little bit to the north here. Now again, remember, you don't need to do these in any particular order. This particular order just has you not really doing a lot of circling around. Sorry, I almost went too far north there. We have to cut over to the right. What would be best is if you have this list at like the start of your leveling, so that way when you're already traversing through these areas to do your quests, you could also be picking up these shrines at the same time. And we're going to follow this little trail up here. And it's inside this little shed. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 23 is going to have us leaving this area. Don't worry, guys. Just stop by for a little check on a statue. Don't worry about me. Bunch of these impaler fools here. Let's, yeah, I think we're gonna have to take care of these guys. They're not gonna let us out of here unscathed. They're not friendly like that. Well, they don't know. I mean, personally, I'm Team Lilith. They just don't understand. All right, it's just us and the pants here. There we go. If you move just a little bit, you can get the tree to disappear out of the camera view, and you'll see the Lilith statue sitting right back here. That's number 23. For 24, we're gonna head further to the south, but you do have to come out of this little cut a little bit. Hang a right, and just head straight on down. A little bit of a trek for this one. This is one of those where it's like the same distance between if you were to teleport or not teleport to the nearest waypoint. I think you can do it either way. Oh, guys, come on. Bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. Oh, a little... Man, what is this lag? Tonight's been a little bit rougher with the lag, I have to say. I'm glad I'm not, like, actually playing. We're gonna have to kill these guys, right? I know it sounds like I just make any excuse to kill the enemies whenever I can. I swear that's not it. I would much prefer to just skip them. No matter how enthusiastic I sound. There we go. So if we run up here, you can see in these branches, you have the statue hiding back here. 25. I think it is better if you teleport, but we're going to run it here. Really? As soon as I put my buff up, I swear. They just know. Maybe I should have teleported here. Luckily, with the corpse explosion, we can get rid of him in some pretty quick fashion there. Follow the river down. Come back to this corner. You got a little, somebody was camping down here. I don't know who. Could you imagine camping with all these ghouls over here? I don't know. It doesn't seem safe to me. Blood piles everywhere. And you got a nice little statue hiding back here in the corner. That's number 25. We're almost done. 3 more to go. I believe with this one we do want to teleport. There we go, and we're gonna head just left out of the town. There we go. So you can see we are taking a little bit of a walk here. We do need to get up over to this statue over here. There's gonna be number 26 for us. No enemies, we'll put our buff on. The Pauper's Descent. My favorite Magic the Gathering format used to be Pauper. Little nerd fact for you guys there. Oh, did I go over to the wrong side? I think I went to the wrong side. Go up and around. Really? So, some conspicuous fallen logs there. Did you see that to block my path? That was very nice of them. Follow this path around. Okay, this is getting a little sketchy up here. Thank you. Into the tunnels. To Grandma's house we go. Around the corner. And you can see we have the statue right here. I'm not going to hang out. We're just going to get on out of here because I don't want to keep fighting these guys. Peace and love, not war. I don't want to fight. I come in peace. I'm a lover, not a hater. Help me, Kylar. Help me, good sir. Or madame. No, climb down. Thank you. Everybody knows a stupid wolf can't climb. Here we go. Very bottom of the map. How do you know you got to the right place? Well, you know you got to the right place because there's enemies waiting for you there. And you can see this one is still lit up, hidden back there in the corner. They knew I needed those healing potions. That's number 27. And then number 28, we're actually going to teleport here to Margrave. Okay, maybe not because I'm being attacked. Yes. And number 28, which is our very last one. Once you're here, guys, it is just about done. This is the last one that we need to get. We'll run right past the stables there, which is where we'd normally get a mount, but we can't do that in the beta, so we're just going to have to hoof it. We're just going to head straight on up here. Ooh, there's a shrine. What is it? Channeling shrine. Moving on up. I think you have to go inside for this one, if I remember correctly. Yes. All right, so inside the little circle here, there's going to be some enemies. You can just ignore this event if you don't want to do it. You're going to have to climb under this wall, around the corner. I guess we'll have to kill a couple of guys. And tucked right here, covered in some snow. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. It's right here. Kind of doesn't stand out very well if it doesn't have the red glow, but it is right there. That is number 28. That'll give you all of the buffs. I kind of wish if you yeah, it doesn't tell you here. I kind of wish if you maybe, I don't know, clicked it up here, it would bring you like a drop down menu that shows you all of the buffs. Blizzard, if you're listening, the little quality of life things like that can go a long way, right? Why did we pin a section up here? I don't remember doing that. That is going to give you all of the buffs. Now remember, I know that this beta is ending at the time of recording this tomorrow, and that's not going to give you a lot of time to use these altars, but remember that they do last until the next beta, right? So all of your characters, all of your gear and everything is going to carry over into the next beta, right? That starts next week, and that will have the other two characters unlocked. You'll be able to level them up to level 25, just like you did these characters in this beta. So you do want to make sure that you have all this stuff done and unlocked. It's going to make your life a lot easier when you're leveling up those new characters. Also, remember that all of your resources that you're gathering, right? All of your crafting materials, your potions, all of your legendaries and gear. Remember, there is a stash in the town. You can stash some legendaries away for your other characters. You can go through and complete all these dungeons and get the imprints for the legendaries. Obviously, we can't play like the Necromancer or the Druid, but you can see here that you do get the aspects for the Necromancer and the Druid by completing these. That one was Druid up there, and this one is Necromancer, Sorcerer, Druid. See, so you do want to make sure you go through and complete these. I haven't really been going through and doing these yet. I did want to leave some stuff to do in the future, so it's on my to-do list, guys. That's all of these statues. Make sure you go around and get these. I hope you're having a good time in the beta. I'm going to have another video coming out here soon about my thoughts on Diablo 4 so far, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you want to get that in your system, in your algorithm, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video. If you want to help me out, drop a comment down below. If there's anything you want to see videos on or any questions you have, I'd be happy to answer them. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Adios, muchachos.